What's up, everybody? Today on the bench we have probably my favorite vehicle ever, the RC4WD Trail Finder 3. Recently I reviewed it, and you can check that out up here somewhere. There'll be a link around there. And I loved it. It performed great, looks great. It's just a great truck. But I think we can make it just a little bit better. Okay, that's exhausting. The first upgrade I'm going to talk about will be the suspension, primarily the leaf springs. They're just a little too soft. It could cause unwanted flex or rollover. So we're going to stiffen those up just a little more. I have some spare helper springs that I've accumulated over the years, and we're going to put one at each corner, and hopefully that can solve our suspension issue. So let's get the body off and dig right in. We just need to loosen these U-bolts a little bit, and we should be able to slide this spring right in underneath the pack. Yellow tools are better than red tools. If you agree, drop a comment below. Okay, we got that extra leaf in. I think earlier I said put it at the bottom of the pack. It was a medium spring in length, so I put it in the middle. Okay, I got the springs put in, U-bolts tightened back up. Do a little flex test. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And I was able to get these rear shackles on an even more inward angle, which is really cool. And I want that, see, because then you can get this kind of lockout effect, and then the suspension doesn't move at all. So that's like perfect. That's great engineering. Awesome design work. Okay, what's next? How about wheels and tires? I like the look of the included wheels and tires. 1.55 stamp wheels with the compass tires. But I think the tires themselves are a little big and the wheels don't have enough offset. So I came up with my own wheel and tire choice. Something a little smaller, with a little more offset. 1.55 dirt grabbers around these ram wheels, slot mags. That's gonna look great. Okay, that looks killer. Oh, that's perfect. Oh yeah, look at that offset. You know, this kind of gives me an idea. I have it sitting on top of the body post. It would be a little lower, but you know, I think I should come up with a way to get this body up a little more. You know, not only to look better, perform better, but then we could show off that awesome 22R. You know, we don't have inner fenders, so let's show it off. Since we're trying to get a better view of that engine cover and transmission, I'm gonna take out the dashboard, you know, because it's just getting in the way and it's just extra weight. And I'm just gonna put one screw back in just to save a little more weight. With the dashboard gone, I'm gonna take the sticker off too, just so we can get a better view into the void. Oh, that's great. That's cool. It's gonna let a lot of sunlight through, so in the videos, you know, you can see the scenery through the other side, or like through the wheels and stuff. I broke the mirror off again. Did that on my test drive. I glued it on and it fell off, but you know, we don't need it. Just saving weight. So these are the quick and dirty body lift mounts I came up with. I just drilled out an 1/8 inch hole here on the bottom, and then tapped an M3 for the top. So I'm going to take these set screws out, and then I'm going to just put a regular bolt through to hold these, and then I'll put a bolt from the outside, and the body will go right to it. Okay, the moment of truth. That looks cool. Very stock look with the small wheels. Very cool. Nice stiff suspension. This part's not an upgrade because I think they come with it, but my used one didn't. So I pulled an old plastic bumper and we're just gonna put that on because I think the double bumper look is awesome. You know, what's better than one bumper? Two. But what's better than two bumpers? Three. So I'm just gonna drill in a second chrome bumper to hide a little bit of this frame showing and just to overall just make it look better. Because a triple bumper, you know, it being a Trail Finder 3, I feel like it should have 3 front bumpers. Because the Trail Finder 2 had 2 front bumpers, this should have 3. It only makes sense. So not really, the plastic bumper's not an upgrade, but this will be the upgrade. And you can get these separately on the chrome parts tree if you just want to add that yourself. So let's drill that in. They might actually just line up here. Okay, so we will have to drill the holes. Red tools are better than yellow tools. If you agree, drop it in the comments below. That looks cool. What do you think? And I had a spare rear plastic bumper too I'm gonna throw on just to, you know, complete the look. This is another free mod. I just wanna take the lid off the receiver box just so we can get just a better view of the wires. That way if you get your receiver wet, it can dry out quicker on its own. So that's cool, like you can see just a little bit of the wires poking through, and that way there'll be no doubt that you have an RC truck, because when they're like, oh, is it real or is it RC? Like, you fooled me. This way they'll know, because they'll see the wires and, like, you know, the motor leads and all the servo cables. That way they'll know it's RC, so you don't fool anybody and hurt anyone's feelings if they think it's real. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, this looks like a real truck for sure. This next upgrade is just like an appearance upgrade. I like to weather trucks. I kind of like the way they look weathered. So I'm gonna put a little rust on the rear fenders. Just to have some ammo and AK interactive paints, rust paints. I'm just gonna squirt them in the palette, and then I'm gonna sponge them on with an old tire foam. Just kind of do that. Just gonna work up the layers. You know, I got some medium rust, old rust, light rust. I'm just gonna dab them on, and it's gonna look great. So as you can see, I'm just sponging it on, trying not to get it on the main body, you know, because these fenders were the first things to rust out on these trucks. So we're gonna just show that it's in the early stages. And we're gonna move on to the medium rust. Just building up different layers, giving it some texture. You know, I said earlier with the wires, you know, we don't want to fool people to thinking it's real, but you know, it's sometimes kind of fun making people think it's a real truck. So that's why we're gonna throw a little rust on it. That's looking great, but it's looking a little too bright. I want this to look a little older, so I'm gonna put a little more dark into it. It's that easy. I know the steering setup on the Trail Finder 3 is already pretty amazing. It's just a real feat of modern engineering. You know, it's got lots of moving parts and this really cool bent rod, but I think we can make it that much better by adding more moving parts. So I just dug through the spare parts, threw a couple links together, and I'm just gonna stick them on here just to add more excitement and movement in the open fenders. And it's cool because it kind of like flops around, so it'll add a little more rattle. This is definitely a must. This is a must-do upgrade. That's awesome. That's really cool. They should put me on their payroll. I mean, I'm coming up with ideas like this, and you guys, I'm just giving this stuff away for free. That's gonna make a world of difference. Yeah, I think we're ready to go to Smiggin's Folly. Here we got new wheels and tires. We stiffened up the suspension. We raised the body, enhanced the steering. We put the plastic bumpers back on. I gave it a second chrome bumper. We put some rust on the fenders. Did I mention the receiver? Yeah, we got that, in the open. Cool. What do you think? I think it looks amazing. Really transformed this truck in a short few hours. I can't wait to hit the trail, so I'm gonna go right now. Thanks for watching.